The heavyweight division has been on fire lately. For those of you with your head in the sand for the last few months, there's a new kid on the block.
Moses Itauma. Do you know who that motherfucker is?
The giant,
that 20-year-old heavyweight?
Oh, yes.
Bro.
Yeah,
Did you see what he did to Dillian White?
Yes, he's a problem.
Bro.
Yes.
He's
no
a problem.
Yeah.
This young Nigerian and Slovakian fighter from Kent, England has torn his way into the top 10 with unquestionable ease.
This motherfucker is so fast. He moves like a middleweight.
I know.
He tuned this guy up. One round, man. I mean, again, White is past his prime.
He's also gotten beat up. White's gotten...
Yeah, sure. Tyson Fury beat him up. A lot of guys
But
beat
this
him
is
up.
the
But
test
still,
you want for this young contender.
It's the way he did it. He
Yes.
did it like, I'm a world champion.
Mop the floor.
They say Frank Warren has been struggling to find him opponents ready to risk it all. No one was man enough. Enter Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, aka the Mexican Destroyer, has a history of stepping in at the last minute to utterly annihilate the fight game's favorite contender.
Somebody's shaking, he's down again. Wow, Joshua looks gassed.
The former Mexican world heavyweight champion trains like a Spartan and has made a professional career out of turning the fight game upside down. No one suspected the fight could go like this.
Andy Ruiz can punch like a mother. That guy, I was at ringside, all I could hear is boop, bop, boop, bop. I'm like, I can hear these punches. I was like, ooh.
We all knew it would take a serious wrecking machine to destroy Moses Itauma in the ring. At 20 years old, most heavyweight fighters own gloves older than this guy. In fact, in his last fight, Itauma fought Dillian White, the seasoned heavyweight from Brixton, London. White actually has a child older than Itauma. You heard that right, but it made no difference to the result. Many believe Dillian White would at least take Itauma into the later rounds for the first time in his career. Dillian White has a whopping 35 professional fights under his belt and has shared the ring with the very best in the division. Top names such as Anthony Joshua, Dave Allen, Joseph Parker, and Tyson Fury. Indeed, White should have mopped the floor with the 20-year-old from Kent, but Itauma was not about to roll over. With only a slight advantage of a 1-inch longer reach, the fight lasted only one round as Moses sent Dillian down with a thundering right after some precise and powerful combos.
Close look, and Itauma taken out right now.
In less than 2 minutes, the audience in Saudi were left gobsmacked as Itauma smashed White to the canvas. The way he closed the distance with his footwork, speed, and pure intelligence, you could see Itauma stuck to the game plan as Dillian White kept ducking his head and leaving himself open to Itauma's incredibly powerful and accurate knockout blows. After this fight, many believed Itauma could face off against anyone in the division, but Andy Ruiz isn't just anyone. He's done it before and he did it again. With a professional record of 38 fights and 0 losses, the Mexican former world champion can make the world's most dangerous fighter's birthday. Mexican heavyweights have had to struggle to make it to the top like no one else, but despite all the odds, Ruiz has smashed his way through elite fighters like Joseph Parker, Alexander Dimitrenko, and Luis Ortiz. And let's not forget that fateful night on June 1st, 2019 in Madison Square Garden. In fact, Ruiz stepped into this fight as a significant underdog, as a late replacement for Jarrell Miller, the buffoon. Ruiz had not trained to contend with Anthony Joshua, aka the King of Lagos, and yet this was considered one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. Everything was going to plan for AJ until the third round. Joshua came forward like he was going to win, but Ruiz stepped into the center and quickly put the Lagos King on the back foot. Joshua tried to counter Andy's advances, but he was complacent. He scored a quick knockdown with a full-on left hook that should have sent Ruiz to the other dimension, but Andy got straight back, brushed himself off, and proceeded to annihilate Joshua. Within seconds, Andy Ruiz zoned in on his prey like a rabid pit bull, and Joshua was sent on 3 romantic dates with the canvas. This kind of fighting was unbelievable, and many have labeled this third round as one of the most memorable in boxing history. Ruiz proved he is low-key one of the greatest of all time.
Ruiz is the shit. He is the shit. He's what America needs right now with all this border wall crisis shit. A heavyweight champion that's Mexican.
Yeah.
Come on, son. And one that's f***ing good and one that has a big belly. And he knocks out a dude who looks like he's chiseled out of granite.
It worked against Anthony Joshua, but who says it will work against Moses Itauma? Believe it or not, there are many similarities between Moses Itauma and Anthony Joshua. Both men are precision power punchers. They launch cold and calculated campaigns to erase their opponents from the map, like Genghis Khan and Alexander the Great. But as we saw, when Joshua's heaviest artillery failed to stop Andy Ruiz, he completely unraveled. It was just a matter of time before Itauma experienced the same thing. There's no questioning Itauma's explosiveness, but Andy has proven he can take the hardest punches on the chin time and time again. He might go down, but he shrugs it off and gets back up. And when he does, even the dangerous Itauma struggles to defend against the kind of rapid, thunder punching that we saw in fights like Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola back in 2021. In this fight, Andy exemplified his elusive, precise, and relentless power punching combos. What makes Ruiz so difficult for a fighter like Itauma is his timing and composure under pressure. Itauma relies on rhythm, control, and spacing to dictate the fight, but Ruiz thrives in chaos. The moment Itauma overcommits with a jab or straight right, Ruiz slips inside, closes the gap, and unleashes compact combinations that are almost impossible to defend against at short range. His low center of gravity gives him stability, allowing him to trade effectively without losing balance. If Itauma couldn't keep Ruiz on the outside, those bursts of close-range offense, fast, heavy, and relentless, dismantle even the sharpest of defensive game plans. Just like Anthony Joshua, Moses Itauma's biggest vulnerability against Andy Ruiz lies in his tendency to admire his work after landing clean shots, a momentary pause that a veteran counterpuncher like Ruiz exploits instantly. Against Konstantin Dobzhenko, Itauma showed flashes of overconfidence, dropping his guard after combinations and backing out in straight lines instead of circling away. Ruiz thrives on that exact opening, timing his opponents as they retreat with looping overhands and fast inside counters. In fact, Itauma has never been taken into the later rounds of a fight, given that he likes to end things quickly. But the truth is, he's never needed to. His composure, precision, and mature ring IQ have always proven superior and are key traits rarely seen in a fighter so young. In his professional debut against Marcel Bode, Itauma demonstrated his first key strength, explosive timing. He wasted no energy gauging distance perfectly before uncorking a short left hook that ended the fight within seconds. He proved he was a calculated finisher.
Look, what a start! What a start! Inside the opening 15 seconds.
Absolutely astounding. Against Ramon Ibarra, Itauma showed his elite shot selection and composure under pressure. Rather than rushing for the stoppage, he systematically broke Ibarra down with crisp, straight left hands and intelligent use of feints to draw reactions. Witness the raw finesse.
Front foot. Oh, what a shot!
Against Konstantin Dobzhenko, Itauma controlled every moment of the fight with his jab, a piston-like weapon that established range and neutralized any counterattacks. He mixed in hooks to the body, forcing Dobzhenko to lower his guard before landing clean shots upstairs with surgical precision.
But again, oh, that is a cracking body shot there from Itauma, and that will get a little bit more ambitious. Gets caught again with a big shot there.
This fight highlighted his discipline and ring generalship. Those are some shots just for a kid. Ultimately, whilst Moses Itauma is still only 20 years old, Andy Ruiz is 36, very similar to Dillian White, who is 37. Many believe that Itauma is simply too good at this young age for anyone over 30. Indeed, Moses made Dillian look like an old man. Against the younger opponent, White looked slow, predictable, and ineffective. That's the truth about this level of elite sportsmanship. Your days are seriously numbered. Ruiz may have all the experience, all the moves, and all the world believing he is the best heavyweight of this generation, but Moses Itauma simply has time on his side. At 20 years old, it's likely he's not even close to peaking yet. And with that being said, there you have it. A battle that's more than just a fight. It's a collision of generations, cultures, and legacies. This isn't just Britain versus Mexico. This is heritage versus hunger, youth versus experience, lightning versus thunder. So, who walks away with glory? Does the young lion Moses Itauma announce himself as the new ruler of the heavyweights? Or will Andy the Destroyer Ruiz remind the world that legends don't fade, they rise again? Comment below who you think takes it, and don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this story isn't over yet. This is more than a fight. This is history in motion.